Are you gonna go get a bath today? I'm mad about it. Hello, welcome to Vlogmas. It is December 22nd. This is the week of Christmas. Whoa, it is Monday. So I am back at work. Back at work. The same place I'm always at, but I'm working on that report, and this is a very quiet week at work as far as other people. I probably won't have any meetings. I probably won't get very many emails, but I've got plenty to do with this report I'm working on. So that's where I'm going to be most of the day. I don't know what we're doing for dinner tonight. My husband and I share dinner duties. When he retired from the military about 4 years ago, we kind of did a role reversal. Because he stayed home, retired at first, and I was working full-time, of course. So he does the grocery shopping now. He does the house cleaning. He was doing most of the cooking. Then he has gone back to work in the last 6 weeks, maybe not even that long. And so we've kind of started to share some of those duties again. We're trying to figure out what that looks like. So I was gonna cook this whole week of Christmas. Normally I kind of take weekends and holidays, special things, but I'm not sure what we were discussing this earlier. That's why it's on my mind, and I still don't know where we landed on it. Our puppy boys went to the groomers today, so they're getting baths and haircuts, which means they won't be back probably until later this afternoon. So I miss them, but I also can do things that I wouldn't normally be able to do with them here. Like right now, I have all of my Florentine squares laid out behind me. I'm gonna record something talking about that here in just a moment. Let's talk about Advents though, shall we? Let's start with, I was gonna say Freckled Whimsy, because that is what I start with every time, right? So Freckled Whimsy, 22nd stripe has been added on, and it is ribbing because we're moving into the end. These socks will be done in the next 2 days. I have stripe 23 and 24. That's it. They're going to be a shorter cuff than I normally do. I think each round is each color is about 6 rounds for me. It's about an 18-inch. Well, that's not shorter. I mean, I normally do a 20 round cuff. Why is this feeling very short for being a third of the way through the cuff? I don't know. Maybe my math is off there. We're going to see what happens in the next 2 days, though, when they are completely finished. Here is Chicken Lady Fiber Arts for today. Very subtle, but those pinks and greens that I love. Got some blues in here, but I'll call them purples because I like pinks, purples, and greens. So here is the inspo pick. Which is of Washington, D.C. and the cherry blossoms. So we are officially in D.C. Lots of monuments. We're walking down U.S. highway. Well, I don't know if we're walking down the highway, but we're walking in our stop at D.C. To see the Smithsonian, the Capitol, the White House, Library of Congress, biking through Rock Creek Park. Watch workers pushing wheelbarrows full of money across the floors of the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, or rooting for the Nationals baseball team. Since we're only here for 1 day, we're going to focus on the National Mall, where we will see monuments like the Washington Monument, Lincoln Memorial, Jefferson Memorial, Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, and then the cherry trees. We're talking about that since that is what the picture and the yarn represent. Cherry trees were a gift from Japan in 1912, 1965, and 2025, and are mostly located around the Tidal Basin, East Potomac Park, and near the Washington Monument. They are a symbol of friendship and diplomacy between the United States and Japan. And then she gives a link to where you can view the trees 24/7 on the website, because they bloom in the spring, as things that bloom do. And there's the whole watch, right? I think I follow them on Instagram, the cherry blossom watch people. I have seen the cherry blossoms in bloom one time. A couple years ago, I was there for work at the right time and made the trip to walk around and take all the pictures. It is pretty spectacular. It's kind of unreal looking because there's so many trees and they're so pink, and it's just like somebody poured Pepto-Bismol everywhere all over the city. And I tried to go to the cherry blossoms this year. I was in DC for work. I got in on a Monday. My team was coming in, and I always get there way before everybody else when I fly. I'm there at like 10 or 11 in the morning. So I went to the hotel, checked in. I was getting settled. I was thinking I was going to go walk around to see the cherry blossoms the next day. I mean, that evening. But then we checked the weather, and everybody had delays coming in, and there was rain. And so we were like, well, we won't do that tonight. We'll do that sometime this week after work. Only the storms that came through that night were pretty spectacular and made all of the petals fall. Everything dropped off of the trees. So we didn't have another opportunity the next day or later on that week to do that. So still only seen them in bloom one time. All right, here is Nitty McPurley for the day. I was getting ready to wind it, so it's already untwisted. Very light green again. We've got speckles though of something. There were also speckles in yesterday's that I didn't notice until I got going on the crocheting. Like I said, I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit. I also just wanted to show something that came in the mail. This is a bag from Delightful Works. It's red corduroy. I love corduroy. I don't know. I have a thing for it. It's kind of nostalgic. I remember wearing corduroy a lot as a kid. And if you can see, the inside is like peppermint candy looking. Obviously, I think this is a winter or Christmas bag, and I probably won't get a lot of use out of it this year, but I saw it on her website, on her Etsy shop, and I had to have it. And then I saw Carla Likes to Knit, Carla Loves to Knit. It's a podcast I watch, but I don't ever have to say it out loud. She is drawing her 12 cast-ons of Christmas projects out of this bag. I hadn't seen it when I ordered this one, but as soon as I ordered it, then I saw that's what she was using, and I thought, oh my goodness, I didn't know that she was sharing that. I would have definitely ordered it after having seen that. I also got a Notions pouch that kind of, they weren't meant to go together necessarily, but I thought this was cute. So now I have 3 of Susan's Notions pouches. I really like them. I don't know, maybe I'll move Christmas stuff in there today. Maybe stuff will stay where it is. I don't know. We've only got a couple days left, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to move things around. I did work on my Freckled Whimsy Happy Little Christmas, the sock club greens and reds socks yesterday, so I got through the heel of the second one, and now I get to just finish the leg. I think I can do that in the next 2 or 3 days. I mean, like by Christmas, I think those socks will be done. I also made it through the color work of the second hot cocoa sock yesterday, which the color work was the slow part. That was what was holding me up. I don't love color work. I think I've said that before. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And I really don't like it on a sock. So I won't probably do that again, but worth it this time because those socks are very cute. But I made it past the chart, so now I get to just, it's broken rib, but that's about as close as you can get as far as easiness goes to stockinette. So those will also be done, I think, by Christmas. I got this book. It came in the mail yesterday. Harry Potter Knitting Magic. The book was put together by Tanis Gray. Some of you may be familiar with it. I kind of remember when this came out. I also have a Gilmore Girls version of the same kind of thing. But patterns are made by lots of people in here, not just Tanis Gray. But what I got this for is, kind of loopy fan 6, 7, and my other, and my kids, right? Have been asking for some things. So I have the pattern now to make Weasley sweaters for them, which maybe will appease some people who are looking for a Harry Styles cardigan. Have any of you seen the Harry Styles cardigan? It's not very cute. Oh, I'm gonna get roasted on this video for that. But I think I'm going to end up, I don't know how long it's going to take me. I don't have yarn for it, and I have to make all 3 kids their Weasley sweaters or I can't bother. So who knows when those will be done, but I guess I'm committing to doing that. I see that I have been talking for 11 minutes, but this might be the only thing you really get for the day. And well, I have to go talk about that blanket, so I hope this shouldn't be too long. Not going past 15 minutes, I promise that. I should probably shush now. Okay, so let's talk about my Nitty McPurley Florentine's blanket. I've kind of got the pieces laid out. Oops, I meant to put that yarn back in for today that I'm about to oops, crochet up. So here's the thing. I don't think this is big enough. This looks to me like a baby blanket, maybe a toddler blanket. I don't use throw blankets a whole lot, although this is probably just going to end up being decorative, so really what difference does it make? Plus the joining and the border will add a little bit to it. But Knitty McPurley's advent calendar, oops, don't peek, came with 25 skeins. I already have an extra one for what this blanket calls for. I also have all of these, and they're the leftovers from making the squares. I am feeling right now like I want to do another row of each direction. So use the what's left over, which I may have to hold them together. I don't even know if I can get that many squares out, but add another row down here, so 6 more plus another row on the end. I need 10 more squares, and I have yarn for 1 more, so I'd have to be able to get 9 more squares out of this. I think I can do it. I also probably have minis laying around or leftovers that I could fill in if I needed to. Even some of the Chicken Lady Fiber Arts ones were in the color family. I am almost through my second yarn of the pewter. That's the border on all of these. Ooh, that's weird lighting. I have 2 more skeins of that. I was intending to use it for the board, the ultimate border around the whole thing, but I've seen some other people talking about their versions of these, and I kind of went back and looked through the instructions, and I think maybe I could use an entirely different color for the border, so I'd have a joining color and then a border color in addition to what we have here. I don't like this size. This is too small. I want more. So there will be additional things added. I have to work out exactly what I want to add in there. I think I'll just start making squares out of these extras or leftovers and see how far I get, and then determine what happens after that. It is about 3:45 in the afternoon. I am taking a break from work. I'm working on this square. I should have been done with it a long time ago, but silly work has gotten in the way. I am also watching a movie on Netflix. It is called Christmas on the Alpaca Farm. Any of you seen this? It just came out like a week ago or something. It's pretty new, but I'm going to finish this square and give this movie a try. And I have decided to put my leftover scraps from the Florentine's blanket in my new bag because it's gonna be around for a little bit longer, right, as a project, and it matches my crochet hook, so like that sealed the deal.